actually yesterday took Nini to the forest, which probably wasn't a good idea on a Monday after a weekend off, but she felt right and the day was quiet. It was a bit like today, and we weren't on our own, of course, and we went to the forest. Well, Nini thought she didn't know what to think, to be honest. I mean, she couldn't believe where she was being asked to go, and she coped really well. But she doesn't really mind that sort of thing in comparison to traffic. It's only a car. And but what she found difficult was coming off the main path onto the little paths. And I didn't even think she'd mind, I really didn't. So it came as a bit of a surprise. But the little paths, she just thought, no, I can't go down there. And so with a bit of persuasion, I got her in the little paths, but we kept getting stuck where, the puddles had dried up, and they were still soft, but they were dry, and Nini didn't like them. But I made her go, and we were doing fine all the way down to the bridle path at the end of our drive, so we did it the reverse way round, and I got off so she didn't have to have all the palaver of the gates. I got off and led her down, and I saw that the second gate was open. So when we got to it, I thought I'll get on her again now. And because of, we started to write, you can just mount her from anywhere. And so I got on her and said, right, we'll go down this path. And they'd spread a whole load of lawn mowings to sort of mop up. It gets very muddy in the winter, so it was quite soft and it was clearly ploughed up. And I think Nini thought that it was a bottomless pit that was going to swallow her up. And thank you. And she just wouldn't go. So I tried this and tried that and I tried everything, and she just wouldn't go. So then there's no point upsetting horses. I mean, in her mind it was just mega dangerous, and she's not a brave horse anyway, and she's not like, oh well, I'll have a go type horse. And so I got off and I tried leading her. And even leading her, she said, no, I can't go down there. I can't follow you down there. So that didn't work. So then we thought, well, there is a case with horses for observational learning, and I'll get Gabs to ride down that bit on Lizzie, so she can see that actually it's all right. So she watched Lizzie go down, and then she thought, oh, I better follow Lizzie, but that's not what I wanted her to do, because I could tell that she was going to just leap over it, and it was so narrow, there was nowhere to go but on top of me, and I didn't fancy that. So I didn't let her follow. And then I tried, when he came back up, I tried leading Nini down again, but Nini still said, no, I can't. And so then I got her to watch Lizzie go down and come back up again for the second time, and then I tried leading her, and with a bit of cajoling she did actually sort of like close her eyes and prayed to Kingdom Horse, and down she went. And I turned around and led her back up and led her down again, so I repeated that twice. Then I got on her, but of course she got a bit, this whole thing, she wasn't terribly wound up, but she got a little bit agitated. So when, instead of standing like she normally would, she walked forward. And being a young horse, they don't walk in the best place, so she walked underneath this crackly branch that all crackled as I was halfway on. And any other horse, even horses that are well broken, when you go to get on and there's all these crackling branches around them, they tend to shoot forward. But Nini, bless her, she might not have gone down the path, but she just stood underneath this branch as it was all breaking up with me trying to get on her. So I did get on her, and then we extricated ourselves. And then I said to her, right, well, I'm going to ride you down there now. And Nini went. So all that took, I don't know, 20 minutes to half an hour to get her down a little path that wasn't muddy and covered in mowings. But I think she'll remember, and it will make her braver for the future. So all in all, I was really pleased with her. She's probably not quite ready to go to the forest, but ready enough in company. And she led all the way. I made sure she led all the way, so she didn't do this following bit. And on the way back from the forest, there was one of those mules, and with two people in, and that horses don't generally like mules. And we met it on this narrow lane, so there wasn't a lot of room to go past. And she did have her eyes out like organ stops, and she was very hesitant, and it wouldn't have taken much for her to change her mind, but I was right onto it, saying, yeah, we are going to go, it's okay, and she did go past it, and I thought that was amazing, because I've met so many horses that actually weren't as good as Nini, so she can surprise you. But today, when I took her out on her own, even a simple car was just too much, so I'd say we've got a long way to go.